I'm so excited. Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ and Friends. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and today my guest, back by popular demand, is Colleen Sundlie. She is also known as the Date Lady. She recently came on the show because they introduced a new product, a spicy date syrup. I love dates. I love date syrup. I haven't eaten refined sugar since January 6, 2003, and I used to make my own date syrup, and it's labor intensive, and I was so happy to find her many years ago because she not only makes a great product, but it's organic and it's just delicious. And now she has tons of products that I use all the time, from the sweet chili sauce to the barbecue sauce. Anyway, she has a new product and we are going to show it to you, but not yet. She's going to do a recipe first, and she's generously offering you and me. I'm going to buy some too with a 50% discount through midnight Memorial Day of 2025. That would be May 25th. Please welcome her back to the show. Boy, that's exciting. Two new products like within, I don't know, like a month of each other.
I know, and we have more in the making. We just have had kind of we had to catch up because people have realized the nutritional value of dates, and so you used to see dates in a like tin can in Walmart next to prunes, and now you're seeing them on menus in every hot restaurant, and you can buy delicious varieties in bulk. And so lots changed. We just had to catch up so that we could, keep up with demand just for the date syrup and date sugar. But there's a lot of recipes that we've been experimenting with now for a really long time. So it's fun to finally get some of those on shelves.
Right. Well, it's about dang time. And I'm hoping, that people will buy your product and then they'll know that I got a book at Barnes and Noble on Amazon that is completely date sweet and using your date syrup or date paste or even whole dates.
Yes, yeah. You're probably one of the very first people I talked to that had a platform talking about how everybody should move to dates for making desserts.
Been doing it since 2003. Because they're a whole food. Dates are food. Sugar's not food. It's not maple syrup. If you can't, here's my thing. If you can't make it in your kitchen, you probably shouldn't be eating it, or at least not too often.
There's definitely some truth to that for sure.
And
Yeah.
dates are amazing. And can you think I lived in India for over 3 years, the date capital of the United States. They were just falling off the trees.
Yes, for sure. There's so many interesting stories. We probably don't have time to talk about all those, but I will say there's an article on our blog. I got the pleasure of talking to the son of the man who saved the medjool date. A lot of people don't know this, but a California resident who's actually born in Kansas, he went over with the USDA 100 years ago as part of their journey to try to find new agricultural products they could bring over. And that's how dates came to be planted in the Indio region. And at that time, they saw this massive date, so much bigger than all of the other dates, grown over in, you know, Tunisia, Algeria. But the problem was is the tree, the medjool palm tree, had a disease, and they were all dying. And so this gentleman actually took the palm. They weren't going to let him have it at first, but he said, please just let me take it. I want to see if some of the methods that we use for other things might work for this. And he did. So all of the medjool date palms died off overseas. And the trees that he saved were planted in California. And so this guy actually, Walter Swingle, was the hero of the medjool date and why it still exists today. So it's kind of fun that there's so much history like that in California. A lot of people don't know about. But yeah, it's a fun place to visit. Do you miss it?
Oh, I mean, I miss the weather because I find it way too cold here where I live now. And there was actually a date museum, I can't, what was the name of the place? Not Hadley's, the other one. That I'll figure it out. They have a date museum.
Oh yeah, Shields.
Shields, that's it. Shields Date Farm, right?
Yeah, they have a really fun movie there you can go see called The Sex Life of the Date. Don't worry, it was made in the 50s. It's not risque at all.
That's
It
so
really
funny.
is super fun, and they have a garden that you can walk through, and you can eat in their little cafe. They have a bunch of date themed menu items. It's great, and of course they have, you know, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to know that people are, making date recipes and that they are going viral. I've been doing it for like over 20 years, but that's okay. People have finally caught up with how delicious they are and they taste better than sugar. They just do.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a there with sugar you get sweetness. With dates you get this rich complexity that you've got caramel, you have brown sugar, and it really adds a lot to any kind of dish without overbearing it with date flavor.
Yeah, and you're getting fiber too and minerals, which you don't get with sugar.
Absolutely. And not only that, but antioxidants and amino acids as well. I mean, it's really a superfruit.
I agree. I agree. And all of that, like for example, for Dr. Greger, that's his favorite. I didn't know he loved your Bari dates. Now I know what to get him for his birthday.
Yes, yes, we appreciate that very much.
Yeah. So what are you going to demonstrate today before I do the on-air tasting of the new product?
Yes, so last time I talked to you, I did not have access to my kitchen. And today I do, and I promised that I would actually make something. And so I really wanted to keep it simple, but I wanted to do something fun. And so I'm going to do the viral date bark that some of you might have seen going around social media. It's quite popular, it's super easy to make, and it starts up with date paste. So here is date paste, and a hot tip: if you purchase our date paste, all you have to do is take that out of the package. Most of the time, let me back up a minute. Most of the time, this recipe is made by compressing several dates together and kind of making a layer or a layer base of dates. But it's much easier to use date paste, and I'm going to show you how. So if you use our date paste and take it out of the package, you can actually just slice it in half like this so that you've got a thin layer. Easy sneezy. So what you're left with here, put this over here, is a layer of paste. If it's refrigerated, it won't be quite as sticky. Mine's been setting out for a little bit, but here you have a nice layer of date paste. You want to put it on some wax paper or something non-stick. And then, and AJ, can you see this okay? Because I can't
Yeah.
myself.
Let's see. Well, you have to be talking for me to see it. So
Okay, so you can see my peanut butter here.
move it a little bit closer to the white bowls because it's getting cut off a little bit.
There we go. Is this better?
Yes, perfect.
So now we're gonna put a layer of peanut butter on top, or almond butter, sunflower butter, something that I use a lot. This is just 100% peanuts. And you're just gonna spread it on top of the paste in a single layer like this. Okay. Do you use peanut butter in your desserts, AJ?
I do. I use peanut butter. I use almond butter. If there's an allergy, like you say, I use roasted sunflower seed butter.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of sunflower butter. I've been doing that for a while. Next, you want to get some nuts. I think that they're a little bit better roasted. That's up to you.
I
I'm gonna,
agree. That brings out the flavor.
yes, I'm going to use pecans, but you can use more peanuts if you want. You can use almonds, whatever you're a fan of, walnuts. So you've got the date paste, the peanut butter, and then you've got a layer of nuts. And then the only like stirring that you're going to have to do in this recipe is we're going to use 100% chocolate. These are Pascha 100% chocolate chips.
Yeah. And you know what I do is I just sweeten it with your date syrup.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. So this is a quarter cup of 100% chocolate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to heat this really slowly. and you want to take it off the heat before all of your chocolate is even melted because you don't want to burn the chocolate. When the chocolate is melted, you're going to add 1 tablespoon, that's all, of the date syrup, and you're going to work that in really quickly. The thing about 100% chocolate is it tends to want to seize up and kind of lose its creaminess whenever you add a liquid to it. But if you stir it in right away and you keep it going and then you're ready to put it to use, it'll be very smooth. I happen to have some prepared over here already. So after that's melted, you're just going to drizzle it right over the top like this. So this is the chocolate with the date syrup already in it. And then you're going to smooth it over, let it drip down the sides. Obviously, if you're doing this for somebody else, you might want to take a little more time to make it beautiful. But if you're just going to sit down and eat it like me with a cup of tea later, it doesn't have to be beautiful to taste good. So then you're going to stick this in the refrigerator. Okay, I told you this recipe was easy.
It's really easy.
And then
by using the date paste, you don't have to like pit every date and then smush it.
It's amazing. And voila, here's the finished product. This one's been sitting in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour. And then I'm going to cut it. And look at this beautiful end product. It's like a Snickers bar. This particular one, I use peanuts. Can you see that?
Oh my gosh, I love the way you slice it.
Yeah, so you've got chunks that are essentially, there's no sugar, it's just date paste, peanut butter, and chocolate, and whatever nut you choose to put in it. Beautiful. So easy.
It's so easy and so much healthier than a Snickers, which probably has hydrogenated this and that and corn syrup and all kinds of things.
Yes. And so the Date Lady products I use in this were the date paste, which you can find on our website or on Amazon, and just a little bit of the date syrup to sweeten the 100% chocolate. So date bark, there you have it. It's much easier with paste. Highly recommend using paste instead of individual dates. And I believe the recipe is also on our website at iloveDatelady.com.
It's so easy. Now, I wonder if you could use your new product to sweeten the date paste. So can I tell people what it is?
Go for it.
All right. So look, guys, gluten-free vegan chocolate syrup sweetened only with dates. And this will be my first time trying it on the air. I love that it has this kind of plastic over it so that we know it's safe and hermetically sealed. Let's just see if I can get it off with my long fancy nails. There we go. I didn't want to do this in advance. But this is amazing because I mean, I tell a lot of people about the Ninja Creamy and then, I mean, like this is like, like healthy chocolate syrup,
Absolutely.
Okay. So I cannot wait. I am so excited. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna lick this part first. Oh my God. You know what this tastes like from my childhood? Remember Bosco? Oh my God. This tastes exactly like, you're not old enough to know Bosco?
I don't think I do.
Oh my
I
gosh.
might be old enough, but maybe my parents.
I mean, you could put this on, you could put this on anything. You would put chocolate syrup on. And I mean, well, ice cream, of course, comes to mind. But I mean, it tastes exactly like the kind of chocolate syrup we used to use to make, we used to make, I forget what it's called, but we would combine it with actually club soda. What's the word for that thing we used to make? Like a New York cream soda kind of thing. I'm getting so old, I can't remember. But Bosco was the brand we used in Chicago, and you could just add it to milk, plant-based milk, preferably. Oh, look at how it pours out. I don't have anything to put it on, but oh, so thick.
It's super smooth. And you know what's so interesting? I was letting some kids taste test it next to, don't ban me for using the word on your show, AJ, but Hershey syrup. I was just having them taste.
It's okay. It tastes better than Hershey syrup.
It does. And the funny thing is, Hershey syrup does not taste like chocolate because they use flavors in it. And I was shocked. I just tasted a little bit out of curiosity. And I could not figure out what it was. I was like, what is in this? Because it does not taste like I expected it to taste because I had used it, whenever I was a kid. And it's because they put an artificial vanilla in it that does not taste like vanilla. And so it's actually not even good. Like it really isn't good anymore. I don't know if it used to be. They probably used to use real vanilla in it and probably real sugar. I don't know. But anyway, um, this just tastes like a rich chocolate and it's really smooth. And
This is incredible. I mean, Mama Bear saying, does it taste like Hershey's? No, it tastes better. It reminded me of my childhood favorite, which was called Bosco. I think you're going to sell out of this like today because this may be your number one product pretty soon because this is incredible. You should be like selling this to Baskin Robbins and all those other places that serve ice cream for a healthy chocolate syrup. It's
yeah,
almost like fudgy. I mean, this you nailed it. I mean, look at the ingredients. Okay, so organic dates,
organic dates. Yep.
organic cocoa, filtered water, organic vanilla extract, and a tiny bit of sea salt. The sodium is pretty negligible, 60 milligrams for a tablespoon. Incredible. Oh my God, this it's really good. And I'm not just saying that. And I'm not really supposed to eat chocolate, but I only had a little. You wouldn't want to make one in carob. Could you make a carob one for me? Just,
Maybe just for you.
oh my God, Colleen, congratulations. I really think this is going to be super successful. I
Thank
mean,
you.
yeah, why wouldn't it? I mean, every product you've made has been delicious that I've tried. And I love that. I know you had like a chocolate spread, but this is pourable.
It's pourable and it's blendable. So people that are making their own almond milk and that kind of thing, I mean, it just stirs so beautifully into beverages. It works well making a cold brew, mocha, that type of thing. I mean, it really is such a beautiful product. It's really good just on chopped bananas with toasted walnuts. Just a little drizzle. There's dessert right there.
Yeah, we got to get Starbucks to start carrying this. If you just joined and one person on Instagram just did, where do you order? You order at ilovedatelady.com. If you use my code AJ15, you'll get 15% off your order between now and midnight on Monday, May 25th, which is Memorial Day. But she's got all kinds of incredible products that we featured on the show before. Her barbecue sauce is one of my favorites, her sweet chili sauce, and of course, the signature date syrup that started it all, which my only complaint is the bottles are too small. Those, at least for me, I go through those half gallons like pretty fast, but I'll be
Thank you. You're always so kind,
Well,
AJ.
no, I mean you really you made something fantastic that fills a need, and I love that Dr. Greger orders from you. And if you want Dr. Greger's favorite, the Bari date, I wouldn't have even known about a Bari date if it wasn't for you.
It's the best steak grown in the US, my favorite variety. I
Yeah,
mean,
they are my favorite. If you guys have any questions about any of Colleen's products, she's known as the Date Lady. Please put them in the chat and I'll ask them. Date paste ordered so I can make some candy for a family dinner, says Cindy. Oh, chocolate phosphate. Thank you, Elaine. That's what we called it when we were little. It was
oh, yes, I knew it. I was trying to think too. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, and my mom would make them for me, and we'd get them in Marshall Fields. We loved them. Hey, the only thing here, this is what I see in your future for this product. Since you don't consult me, but here's what I see. This is fine. It's a small bottle, but pretty soon you're going to have to make it in the size like you see in Smart and Final, but make it with the pump.
AJ, I was just talking about this yesterday to our staff. It's absolutely true. And we actually do hope to do that. We're actually selling a product that we don't yet sell retail, which is a date puree, and we sell it to coffee shop chains. And they keep it behind their counter and they can just scoop it into smoothies and different coffee drinks. And so we would like to have a line like that with the pump, with the date syrup, with the chocolate syrup. So hopefully that'll be soon and you can walk into your favorite restaurant and have that as an option.
Yep. When does the chocolate syrup release? I guess it released like at midnight yesterday, right? I mean, you released it today, right?
Today's the day. Yep, you can only get it on our website right now, and it will be out to Amazon and the stores that we're currently in soon.
That's fantastic. Well, Cheryl's waiting till she moves to order it, but I wouldn't wait, Cheryl. It's that good. I think you're going to really, really like it, guys. This one is really amazing. Let's see. Are the bars high in fat and calories for those of us still losing weight? Well, of course, they're going to be higher in fat because there's nuts being used. And yes, they are have some caloric density to it. So you maybe not so much for weight loss, but it's still better than sugar and it's still better than a Snickers. I have used Date Lady syrup in Chef AJ's brownie recipe for years, and I love the sweet chili sauce too. Yeah, me too. But I swear, I have such a I don't know what it is. Maybe I just have weak hands. I cannot squeeze that barbecue sauce out. It's so thick. But that's kind of what makes it kind of good too, though, that it's not runny. So that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think every now and then, because we make everything in small batches, it's very possible that sometimes even the syrup that we have used varies just a tiny bit for our recipes sometimes, and it makes for a thicker barbecue sauce. Usually it's really consistent, so you probably got like a one-off, a bit thicker recipe, but it's pretty thick, but we like it that way.
No, I love your barbecue sauce and it because it's just the right amount of heat. It's not too all it's almost like you've created all your products with me in mind. And maybe you should have me on your committee. I won't charge you because I mean I would love just to you just create wonderful products. And I love that some of them are even available in Walmart. So, every once in a while when I run out of the half-gallon bottle, like, Walmart's open till midnight and I can get I think it's the I forget
24 ounce in
the
Walmart.
24 ounce at Walmart. So that's great to be able to do that in a pinch.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a really great price too.
Yep. And also, guys, even though Colleen was gracious enough to give a 15% off code, I've had for years an ongoing 10% off code if you order from the I Love Date Lady website. But of course, sometimes you're ordering things from Amazon and it just makes sense to, put things in your cart there. But the new chocolate syrup is not yet available anywhere except for ilovedatelady.com. 15% off right now till midnight Pacific time or maybe Eastern time. I don't know on Memorial Day, which is Monday, May 25th. Cheryl, but if you wait and you're not going to get the discount. So order now and maybe they can hold the shipment, but you don't want to miss 15%. And I think Colleen, is it $50 then you get free shipping?
I think it's 59.
59.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So how many, I know you won't tell in advance, but how many more products are you planning to release?
Well, we have at least 3 products in mind within the next 6 months.
All right. Well, just please introduce them here because I mean, the ones that I can eat. I mean, most of your products are vegan anyway. I just can't do oil
All
part.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is fantastic. Well, pretty soon maybe there'll be a strawberry syrup too, because I love strawberry syrup. It's
Oh,
one of
boy.
my favorites.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, this is a winner. I know it is, and this is going to fly off well, I don't know if it's shelves, but however, out your door. So I love Date Lady chocolate syrup. That's a cute picture, and it looks kind of like you.
Yeah, it wasn't ever supposed to be me, honestly, but the glasses and everything. It was kind of supposed to be like a fun character. Actually, have I ever told you the story about the date lady name?
No, tell me about it, because you used to be Organics Are for Everyone, which was a really long title.
Yes. And one time we were doing a demo with that brand name, and this lady she loved what we were, the things that we were putting the syrup on, and she'd asked for my help finding them after the demo was over and we got separated. And I heard her yelling from another aisle, date lady, date lady. And I was telling my husband about that later, and he was like, that's what you should name the company. And so we did. And we just, I have a background in marketing. And so I had the designer that we were working with create a date lady character because that just seemed like so much fun. And so that's where it came from.
Ooh. Hey, I'm on your website now. I mean, you have a lot more products that I didn't know you had a mint chocolate sauce.
Yes. Yep, we do. That's usually just a seasonal product.
I see.
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
that does have coconut oil. So just a lot of my people follow some of the plant-based doctors, and so they do strictly no oil. And I've got pancreatitis, so I can't have like a single drop of oil right now. So I'm really thankful for all your wonderful products. You have the Date Club subscription box. Why don't you talk about that?
Yes. So the Date Club subscription is a quarterly box, and we deliver two varieties of dates that you can't find at your local grocery store. So this last box just went out, and we featured one of the dates was called the Pink Date, and it was from China Ranch Farm, which is close to Death Valley. And it is just this really awesome hidden oasis right next to Death Valley, and that date grows with a little bit of pink at first as it's maturing. And so they call it the pink variety. And there are only, I think, less than 15 trees of that variety. So if you're going to have a pink date, it's going to be from that farm. And it's a tiny little date, but I think it probably packs the most sweetness per punch of any date variety. So it's just in an effort to educate people on the different varieties of dates, because there are hundreds. And we only grow, a really small amount here. Most people have only had medjool or deglet. And so it's just kind of fun to show people what else is out there.
Yeah. You have like 5 kids, right?
I do.
Were they raised like sugar-free?
Yeah, for the most part. They, every now and then, I was never really adamant about keeping sugar out of their diets. They have grandmas, things like that to make it impossible to completely be free from all sugar. But yeah, I try as they were growing up, pretty much everything that I baked, I was using alternatives. That's how I got into dates, is when we lived on the Arabian Peninsula. I was using things like honey and molasses and that kind of thing. And I saw the date syrup at a store and I was like, what is this? And I brought it home thinking it would be like molasses and I wouldn't be able to use it for everything. But I couldn't believe how smooth and delicious and mild it was. And so, yeah, that's kind of where that started.
Yeah. But they must love dates. I mean, right?
You do. Yeah. I mean, my son, who is now 19 and has moved out, my oldest child, he always is like, Mom, do you have any more date syrup? I ran out. And he uses it, for all kinds of different things, but he can't live without his date syrup.
Okay, somebody's saying I don't see the chocolate syrup on the website. And when I go on the website, it's not like you have to put it for some reason, Colleen, in the search box and then put in chocolate and it shows up. It doesn't like show up on the home page, you know?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
fix that. We'll
Yeah.
fix that.
So I'll get you a direct link right now. It is there, guys. I promise, because I just put some in my cart. So here you go. I'm putting it on the Instagram and I'll put it in the regular. You know what I might do is just put a direct link. There you go. Um,
Thank you.
okay,
Perfect.
cool. Nice. Very good. I placed my order. I can't wait, says Mama Bear. And Bernadette has it in the cart. And oh, that's cute. Trish says she thinks your character looks like Lissa from Raw Food Romance, and that's one. Lissa's beautiful, and she wears glasses. That actually, I never thought about that, Trish, but that's true. Okay, so Esther, I did put the direct link to the sauce because it's not on their homepage right now, but it's there. So just click the link, and hopefully Colleen will have that updated. But it is there. You just have to go in a little magnifying glass, put chocolate syrup, and I promise it's there.
It should be there, but today's the day. Today's
Today's
the
the
last day.
day.
So
Yeah,
we're
so
still
make
getting
sure
all.
you make sure you order by midnight on Monday so you can get the 15% off Chef AJ discount. After that, you can get the 10% off discount. So a baklava recipe. Do you have a baklava recipe? Somebody's asking.
I don't think I do, but that would be brilliant.
Yep. Well, please, we text each other. So, even at the last minute, whatever the product is, I'd love to, it's just fun for me to do stuff like this and be the one that lets people know because this is going to be a game changer in the vegan world. I mean, the only person that won't approve of this is Dr. Goldhammer because he doesn't let anybody have chocolate. But other than him, hey, I think it's clean and it's delicious. I mean, this is really authentic. I think I'm going to send some to my brother because we used to love Bosco as kids. We would just come home and just pump, just keep pumping it in. That's the only thing that's missing is the pump.
Is the pump. Yeah, we got to get on that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Colleen. You're just wonderful for creating healthy products for us to enjoy.
Thanks for having me on, AJ. I
Oh my
appreciate
gosh.
it.
Well, thank you. And guys, please come back at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I have a very inspiring lung cancer survivor story, so you don't want to miss it. Take care, everybody. Bye, Colleen. Congratulations.